Hello. Happy Tuesday. It's Major League Balatro time once again. We've got Scooty versus Balatro and Edzy in the casting booth with me in just a couple minutes once the players and everything is all set up, but I want to make sure I'm here, make sure everything is working as intended. You know, make sure it's not all broken as soon as we get here. Camera's on the other side now, so there's that too. Hey, Splash Proto, welcome in. I've moved everything around, so my brain has to get used to it all. Not only just the room's different, the monitors are different, the camera position's different. It's all changed. Also, if I could figure out how to post to the socials that we're live, that would also really help, you know. Right, Scooty's live. Let's get that all set up. Theater mode. Theater mode.
What are you, is it too loud? This background sound? I can't hear it. It's gonna be this card game ever to exist. Look at MetaZoo.
Hello, Edzy.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
All right, perfect.
I jump scared Roffle in our game last week when he was already in the room and I came in and said hello and he was like, "Whoa, okay," you scared the crap out of me. And I was like, "Oh, I'll come in gingerly this time."
I was just busy yapping. Oh, was that on my side or your side? Did you hear that?
I just swallowed a drink, so it might have been that.
Okay. It was like a squeezy noise or something.
That might have been me. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I am going to knock on your door.
Oh, yeah.
IRL and on Twitch. You can get the shared chat going. Perfect. It's true, he did do that according to Raffle.
Alright, so we should have a very good game today. We got Scooty versus Belnos Bear. I think it's two players that are fairly equally balanced in strength. I can't say I've watched lots of their games on the other side of the league this season yet.
I believe. Okay, I don't want to be like, yep, this guy's way better, but Belanos does play a good amount of Balatro, probably like his main game. So I think I'm not gonna write Scooty off at all because obviously he's like a roguelike extraordinaire. But I would maybe put it to favor Belanos here, and Belanos obviously like a lot of Balatro experience and a lot of like interesting ways of thinking the game. And not interesting in the way that you say, like, you know, that play was interesting when you mean to say that play was awful. But it, like, actually, like, has a very novel view on how to play the game, which I can appreciate. Unless it beats me, which it did last season.
Yeah, Bellar Spare currently sitting in 5th place with 3 matches won. Scooty in 8th place with 2 matches won. So both kind of in the middle of the table. Bellar Spare obviously a little bit higher with the extra match win, but neither of the player kind of out at the top or down at the bottom of the table. There's everything to play for them for both trying to get into those precious playoff spots.
For the playoffs, is it the are 6 advancing from each division?
I believe so, but one of the top player from each side gets a bye.
Yes, I know that. Let me see exactly, because now that we've passed the halfway point, right?
Yeah. There's
it's gonna be very important to lock in for these final matches, just to get above that 6-player cutoff.
Top 6 in each division move on to the playoffs April 13th. Top 2 in each division receive a bye and move straight to the quarterfinals.
There you go, Cold Blood. Check out that link. But yeah. So right now, Scooty kind of at number 8 definitely needs to lock in for the final few games to have a chance for playoffs here. Belanos definitely can't slack off. I feel like if they lose all their future games, it could put them in a very uncomfortable position. So this is a pretty important game.
Yeah, it's kind of clear at this point, like the players that are right at the top of the table could coast and still make playoffs. The players at the bottom of the table are going to have to kind of really make some changes and win all of their respective games that remain. And then the players in the middle of the table have kind of everything to fight for getting that kind of last spot that does qualify rather than missing out in 7th place, which is where I'm currently sitting in the Onyx division.
I'm also there. In fact, I believe we have a game very soon.
2 days.
So I'm also somewhat in the middle of the division, and I'm not going easy on you, Gothic.
Oh no, I wouldn't expect it. And so our opening game this week is going to be Black Stake Red Deck, if my memory serves.
I think, hold on. I feel like the deck is not Red Deck, but... Nope, you're right. Red Deck, Black Stake. That's correct. I thought we had Red Deck already, and he was going to avoid doing the same deck over.
So the way the wheel works is that every time a stake is selected, it is removed from the wheel. And every time a deck is selected, it's removed from the next week's wheel and then replaced. So we can't play the same deck twice in a row, but every stake will be different each week.
All right. Okay, that makes sense. So Red Deck, Black Stake, obviously Red Deck, like a fan favorite, just having that extra discard, especially when when it gets to higher stakes, is very important. It also synergizes well with a lot of the econ jokers that both players are going to find. Black Stake has a higher score requirement, so a little bit harder to play the blinds than White Stake, but not as hard as the higher stakes, because you keep your extra discard, and you also the score requirement isn't that high. But the curious thing, of course, eternal jokers. Sometimes you can purchase a joker, and if it's eternal, it locks you into that strategy for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and we can see kind of great effect with that when you find things like Hex and Ankh, because you can use those cards without fear of your eternal jokers being destroyed. But on the other side of things, maybe you find an eternal negative walkie-talkie, and you're like, yeah, why wouldn't I take that? And then later on in the siege, you find Invisible Joker, and you realize, oh, I can't sell this Invisible Joker to guarantee I get a copy of something I want without risking the eternal walkie-talkie being selected as well, because it's always there with you.
Yeah. So you have to make a commitment when you see those eternal stickers. I've been actually talking about this more recently. I really hate the eternal stickers in multiplayer. Like, out of the 3 stickers that are available, I talked about this with Vagabond, but just more and more I've seen these eternal stickers as really unfun to play, because it you either lock into a strategy and it removes all flexibility to re-pivot out of the strategy.
It does make for some very tough decisions early, because even if you find a mediocre economy joker, you're like, okay, I probably want this for a long time, but if we get to both players on last life and you're stuck with an Eternal Joker that you cannot replace for a scoring Joker, having 4 scoring Jokers and lacking that 5th one might be the thing that stops you from getting as good a score as your opponent might be at if they indeed did not commit to that last kind of Eternal Joker taking up that 5th slot.
Yeah, and like the issue is like if you buy the Eternal, sometimes you're rewarded because there's no other Econ Joker, but sometimes you get immediately punished because like let's say you buy an Eternal Faceless Joker, and then next roll is a mail-in rebate, right? Oh, and we're gonna start already. Both players hopping in real quick.
All right, nothing too interesting on the skips here by the looks of things. I expect both players to jump into the small blind, of course. No rewards for the... Is it no rewards for the small blind in cash on black stake?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's one of the debuffs. Maybe red stakes debuff. Right before black stakes, so we'll have a little less money to play with for these players. I think we saw Belanos even like thinking about this skip tag, even though generally most people would like just not even care. Bear, very methodical, always thinks of like all the options.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get out in 1 actually.
Yeah, there's enough diamonds there if you go looking for them. With the extra discard, it is a little easier to get through, but Scoot, you're going to get out with Broadway instead, which is just as viable for getting out in 1. And here we are, an Eternal Trading card. You can see Balatro Bear making that decision. Like, it's going to be a really good card. It's going to be economy. It's going to thin the deck, but at the end game, you're not going to be able to sell it and change to a scoring Joker. And so, do you commit to this now, or do you open the Buffoon pack? Now, there's a credit card, so I mean, you could do both.
Looking at this Eternal Trading card, it feels so hard to pick up. I would imagine we're going to skip it, but we could see that kind of line.
And they do pick up the credit card because it's free money if you don't get into debt.
Yep. It doesn't cost anything.
And
both players. Okay, here we go. Scooty buys the Eternal Trading card with the money, with the extra money leeway from the credit card. So 2 cards plus a hologram on Scooty's side, and this is very interesting. Scooty has made a very, very tough choice to basically go down a Joker slot for this early econ, early deck fixing.
Right, both players getting through with not much problem. Obviously, they had no scoring Joker there, so I had to spend 2 hands to get out. Now, card sharp, often taken by players that know they're going to be playing. Oh, Red Seal Jack is very big.
Ooh.
You almost certainly pick that up. Card sharp, good for scoring early, but then kind of falls off later on. And of course,
definitely would be a strong tempo line.
Both
Scooty's actually going to open up the pack only, and then content with the Red Seal Jack just leaves. I don't think this this shop is very easy to navigate because you've got hologram. You want to buy both packs.
Yeah, but you also don't want to kind of drive yourself down into too much debt because it's really hard to get out of debt sometime. Sure. Hanging Chad coming up, and both players will almost certainly be taking that. No doubt. It's just too good not to.
They're actually taking a look at this choice between the Blue Seal and the Red Seal. I was going to mention it. Sure, it's a Red Seal Jack, but like, just thinking about the value that this Blue Seal Gold card could bring, it makes a choice a little tougher. I do think I would default to the Red Seal, or like choose the Red Seal in the end, but I could see the line where you take the gold Blue Seal.
Yeah, the gold's going to be your extra cash, and if you can get that Blue Seal consistently with card sharp, maybe you kind of think about going into the pair or the high card build for a while, but unless you do find kind of the scope for those builds is much narrower than the retrigger builds that we're also fond of over here.
Yeah. So, Bear will take the Red Seal eventually. So both players with 1 Red Seal Jack in their deck, but I mean, look at the deck size right now. Scooty at 50 with a good amount of money more than Bear, of course.
He's going to need to find some scoring, though. He might not get out of this blind with 900 points if he's not careful. I know he's holding those jacks.
Didn't pick up the...
He's got a star
That's
card.
the star up top.
Oh, quad aces will get there.
Oh, okay, perfect. 4 of a kind aces. Scores 700 by itself, and we've got the Chad as well. All right, but we definitely need scoring now because we can't reliably get 4 of a kinds. And no scoring is in this shop for Scoot. Scoot. I feel like oh, a foil jack is pretty nice. When Scooty did buy the pack and got the red seal jack, there was an option to also pick up like just a Mad Joker. Neither player decided they wanted it. Just that little base of flat malt.
Now, do you ever think about taking certificate here? Because especially with trading card, we can kind of take the seals, cull out the basic cards. And
I think I take it because we've got the temperance up top, so it pays for itself. Only problem is I'm afraid of dying.
And Scooty sells the star card to get to $10, but does not buy the voucher. Really? Obviously, this is the big blind, so we can get a couple of dollars of interest and then go into the big blind and buy the voucher, which I expect the players to because it's a solid one to have.
Yeah, absolutely. A little surprising. I thought he would hold on to the star for a bit longer. Maybe have the opportunity for a flush house.
Yeah, or even just I guess you're getting $1 out of, because he went from $9 to 10. Obviously, he didn't know he was going to get that $3. No, he would know he was going to get $3 from trading cards.
Yeah, because he's got trading cards.
He would be on 12 and have the opportunity to even just to block it in the shop if it comes back around again. Might have been looking for the 5 of a kind
find
play
this 4
here.
of a kind. Has the 4 of a kind with the stone and the foil, so should get out. Especially with the Chad. Both players obviously getting this purple seal 4, which got Scooty a stone. It'll be the same for Bear, right? Yes, the tower here. All right, here's some scoring. Foil smiley face when we're building jacks with a red seal jack. Absolutely.
And you can get rid of that credit card now because we've found some economy in a temperance and a hermit.
Here, like the trading card is paying off for Scooty already. Look at Bear's money at the start of this big blind.
Yeah, and his deck is now 54 cards. Obviously picked up a couple from packs, but no way of thinning yet. And so if he's going to take even more cards with certificate, it might find some good cards, but it's going to be harder to get those to pay off. And is he going to be able to take this smiley face? Because if he sells the credit card, he won't have enough ability to go into debt to take it.
Yeah, Bear has to make a tough choice here on how to get the smiley face. Obviously, very low chance of picking him this voucher at $3 with the smiley face. We actually saw Scooty sold the certificate on their side, so it might be a certificate sell on Bear's side as well. Oh yeah, Scooty just opened up every pack, could buy it all, thanks to this trading card. Another star here.
Yeah, the players could have really moved into some diamonds by this point, but looks like neither of them are kind of committing to that suit in any particular way so far. Obviously, because Bear is holding it, he can still use it perhaps for a flush house somewhere along the line, but
I think that star was the one that that Scooty sold. Okay. They just simply had more money because they and opened the pack sooner, I believe. And now is Bear gonna buy this voucher? Negative $15.
It's such
if we buy the voucher here.
Such a hole to climb out of.
Holy, and look at Scooty's at positive 14. It's definitely gonna be a long grind.
Yeah, and the way things are looking, I'm expecting Belanos to take this life just for having card sharp, because there are other scoring components to shared among both players. So obviously Scooty has a justice card, but maybe that on a face card could win this round, but then you'd be risking that one glass card that you have.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether he'll want to make that risk already. Probably waiting to find that red seal jack, in fact, to play it.
Absolutely. I would imagine that the glass is going straight on the red seal glass, or on the red seal jack, but I can't see Scooty just tossing it out, especially for the first PvP.
Now, it's interesting that Bear has drawn that jack in his opening hand.
Fortunately, no glass here because they just didn't have the money to purchase a glass. What are we looking for if we're Bear? Because we have the card sharp, so we want to play the same hand type. It's like they'll just use a tower. Is it possible we go flush into flush? We do have the star as well.
Oh, the overlay is updated. We now have
Yes,
deck previews.
If you, it is a new overlay where we can see the decks of both players and what is remaining. And you see now that Scooty has played nearly all their hands and discards, you can see how small their deck is.
And he is going to commit this glass jack to the non-red seal jack.
I don't mind this, taking the early life using the glass. Obviously, we're not risking red seal with this. And we do have Chad. It would have broken, so it would have been a disaster on the red seal. Can Bear catch up to this score? They have another flush here, and with star up top, they might be able to get a third flush.
They're going to need it. They can do it.
A third flush would be another 13k around, so 30, and they would need to find something else after.
Only changing 2 of the diamonds so that they can hopefully find either more clubs or more hearts rather than holding an extra diamond that isn't going to help them. And they're going to get there.
They only need 2,000 and they find the flush. And that should get there just off of the base mult times 3.
No.
Oh no, it does.
Wow.
It actually. A difference of 400?
That's wild.
Because there were no face cards in that. It's rough, but honestly, maybe this is a boon in disguise. Because now Bear picked up some comeback money. And, well, he's sitting at -3, so it's not that comfortable. But it's better than the -15 he was at before.
And I think in the flush that he played second to last, there were 2 face cards in it. And he hadn't used the star card yet. But then he played hearts in the last hand, so I guess that wasn't going to help him out, was it? That's me misremembering.
He played hearts, but he just didn't. Were any of them hearts? I think the cards that he changed weren't hearts, so there was just no way to get to the win there. Even if he drew the last flush there, I think. And I mean, right now, Bear, very much thinking about the skip. At -$11. This is one way to get out of the hole. There's no guarantee we'll ever find another way to get out. The Econ Jokers have been very light this game. Trading card, essentially the only one that we've seen.
Let's see, is there there's no spectral pack in the shop after the small blinds, so no Wraith to get rid of that debt that he'd be missing out on, because that would be tragic if he did skip it only to find an out that he missed. Rough Gem would
here's
be
some
away.
Econ. Rough Gem with the Chad. Maybe Scooty shouldn't have sold that star card too quickly. Plenty of other value though. The hallucination is hitting a lot. It's kind of rivaling the fact that Bear has an extra purple seal because they kept their certificate. But I mean, full hermit into full hermit for Scooty here. It's looking worse and worse for Bear, and they didn't skip. They're gonna play the blind out. Temperance will help. We're at $1, huge, very very large. I mean, Scooties have $50. They're thinking about a luxury tribe pickup for 8.
Yeah, and Scooty already spent $30 more and holding 50 more compared to Bear's total spend of 53 right now.
Getting absolutely rewarded for this eternal trading card pickup. I think Dr. Spectre would be proud.
I think Doc is proud of all of us. He does get a cash hit. $21 now he's sitting on.
Oh, he does get the $20 from the lucky hit.
That's
okay, well, I
huge for
mean,
him.
like, now the trading card doesn't matter. Well, I mean, the trading card still matters, but, you know. No, at least Bear can finally get out of this credit card. That's huge.
Well, let's also look at these deck sizes. Scooty at 49, Bear at 58.
Absolutely. Could be play a here's a $20 hit for Scooty. So not too far off. Here's a glass card. And it's not like Scooty's in that good of a spot right now, because of course they want to buy both of these packs. You can get the Hermit here.
And
Ooh,
the family.
The family. Be very good for Scooty here to take a lot of extra times molt that Bear may not be able to see because they don't have the money to roll.
Now we've added some jacks on Scooty's side and lost one to glass. So is he going to strength these two
Here's
tens?
the strength for more jacks. 2 10s with the strength? Come on. Yes, yes. I love seeing 10s getting strengthened into jacks. It speaks to my 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind soul.
And 4 of a kind at level 4 as well. So
wow. Holy crap. Actually, this is going to be really hard for Bear to even like contest a level 4 4 of a kind with this many jacks. And this small of a deck too.
And we can see in that shop, Scooty rolled 7 times. Or at least this blind, rather.
Oh, yeah. Didn't pick up the Chariot, surprisingly. I thought they, especially going to the PvP, that's an easy way to get a little extra molt. Especially because you're running Smiley Face and Mars as your molt, so it does like just affect everything. You'll just get 1.5 and maybe Fool for another 1.5.
And there is the use of the timer, a mandatory mechanic according to the rules of the league. So we need to keep these games not lasting 5 hours apiece, and so it's not often that it happens.
Mandatory quotation mark for sometimes.
Yeah, but
I know I don't use it all the time.
I think it's seeing a lot more use this season than in past seasons. That's for sure.
Yeah, the commissioner has been advocating for its use, I believe.
Well, some of these streams, I know that we had last week the mod updated in the middle of the round, and we lost the whole game.
Oh, that sucks.
And so we played a full round, lost the second game after 3 lives, played the whole second game, played the whole third game, and so it was getting on for a long old match. Not to be contested, of course, with Season 1's final, where I think Ruffle played for something like 9 hours in a row on a Saturday or something.
Yeah. I mean, I was there playing, and Ruffle got a break because he was the first semifinals, if I may say.
Ah, I see.
I was playing for quite a long time. It was fun, but unfortunately, I was making a few mistakes. Stamina does play a factor in some of these games.
It does get tough. Like, there's so many decisions to make, and then you get decision fatigue, or you start making small mistakes that then start to add up and snowball. It can be very tricky.
And especially like if you're fresh, like it's easier to kind of like shrug off some of those mistakes. But if you've been playing for a while, it's a bit harder. Could really affect how future goes. So
Bean gets out
Bear
of the
will
certificate.
fill in the certificate. Yep. Picks up a turtle bean.
And now a polychrome drunkard. A quick pivot.
Ooh. It's gonna pick up the polychrome drunkard for the extra 1.5x molt. And similar to bean, drunkard obviously can help you make your hand.
Yeah, 5 discards lets you see half the deck.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Scooty just has this family plus 4 of a kind jacks, and with the amount of levels, I don't even know. Maybe Bear would need multiple flushes and using the glass. Of course, this glass is going to help a lot. Level 3 flush, so that's a lot of extra score. I'm going to tune in and see what they're saying. Oh my god. Scooty found a 4 of a kind on not the rank that they're playing. Simply free real estate. Okay. So, Scooty actually putting the glass on the red seal. We'll see if they use it, because this would basically guarantee them the PvP win.
Someone needs a sun.
Oh, and actually, Scooty
Maybe I should just
misses
make
their 4 of a kind draw with
couple
4
different
jacks
play
in the
hearts,
remaining
because
9.
hearts ends up
Holy crap,
always
that's
being worth it.
unfortunate.
That is rough. And misses out on the red seal, the gold card, the foil
Right.
card, the purple seal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, yeah, let's play
That's
this.
really, really
Might be
bad.
all
This
I got.
trading card
I'm gonna go ahead and send it.
possibly betraying Scooty. He's worked on it for a while and still misses the draw. And Bear
Ooh,
is going to
okay.
see a score that is very easy to beat without glass,
That's also really
actually.
close to what we
So
scored last time.
a lot of fortune on Bear's
Yeah,
side.
yeah, I basically have got all the same stuff.
All right. So let's make you hearts.
Oh, Scooty did use the trading card in the PvP. Okay, well, possibly deserved.
Discard like that.
Very possibly deserved that if Scooty did use
All
the
my purples. I don't
the
know
trading
what
card in
this- Do I
PvP.
have to? I don't know if I
Obviously,
have to.
could have dug 4 cards deeper.
I'm gonna try to get away with not doing it. I think.
I think that is
there's a
very
chance
wise
I
on
can.
Bear's side. He does not want to play this glass, and we know that this glass actually
Actually,
breaks, right?
I do have a flush house here now, but it's not card sharped,
Ooh, might go for a flush house level here.
so it's worse.
No, we'll take the flush.
And I probably can draw one more heart if this doesn't beat.
I mean, we scored 13k on our first flush, and that was without card sharp, so anything after will win for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no, way better. Than
Oh
this.
man.
100k. Easy.
Alrighty, well.
Right?
Yep.
It
3
would have
to 3.
been very, way more competitive if Scooty had found their 4 of a kind hand with jacks, but
Well,
fortunately, no dice.
he'll get rid of another 3 cards by then, so...
Well, if he doesn't use the trading card in the PvP, he will probably be able to see his entire deck. So we'll see if he decides to be greedy like he was that time. Ooh, a hermit from the hallucination. This hallucination has absolutely been paying off. Multiple tarots over and over for Scooty that Bear had to sell out of.
And another 4 of a
4 of a
kind
kind
level.
levels. Yep, we'd like to see that. Both player is just looking for photograph. I'm not gonna lie. They're probably only thinking about photograph right now. Feel like if it's a weaker seed would support Scooty more because they do have this eternal trading card.
Now, having the cash to re-roll through 6 rolls in that opening shop to find a Justice
Yeah.
card.
Is very beneficial.
And there's the red seal, Jack.
Ooh. Great. So we can finally get that into a card that we want to death.
I assume he's going to look for a 5th Jack first so that he can not have to play the glass.
Yep. Gonna keep the stone actually.
I don't mind it with
A
a...
little bit extra score.
Yeah, with Ballot, you can... Or with Hanging Chad, it can just kind of go up at the front if you don't
Yeah.
need the malt as much. He does not find another...
One more discard.
Jack.
If we gonna bottom deck all of our jacks again,
Oh, no, he
and the
does.
purple
He
seal.
does.
Okay.
He finds it. And the lucky card up front.
Like holy crap. Multiple bottom decks. Doesn't even want to put the stone up. Doesn't respect the stone card.
See, that's 100k just on that 4 of a kind.
Yeah,
So
that would have been comparable to what Bear had, but fortunately, was not available. Bear just building in the flushes. This is a 4 of a kind versus flush build.
Wow. Scooty takes $20 rather than taking a Fall into Justice for another
Yeah,
glass card.
I noticed that. A second Justice could have been very strong. Of course, we do have Chad, so it would only be a ×2. We don't. It's not like we have Sock and Buskin where we can get like maximum value, but especially on another Jack.
Yeah, even if you just have 2
also-
jacks so that if one breaks, you still have a backup plan.
Yeah, it does make them a bit harder to play, right? Because Scooty obviously just wants to play the 4 of a kind if he has it. But if you use one glass, then you're more hesitant to play those jacks.
Oh, I didn't even see this
That's
Gold
for-
Seal King that's going to be printing money for him.
Ooh, yes, absolutely. Doesn't include the stone in this hand, actually. Wants to keep it in their 4-of-a-kind hand to make sure it wins. No,
Interesting that he didn't draw.
it's his pet pocket stone. It gives him company. He doesn't. Scooty does not want to play the stone card.
No, but he was playing high card when he could have drawn into another
Yeah,
jack.
he could have
and then
just
kept the
tossed it
gold
away,
card
right?
and saved $3 or made $3 more.
Oh yes, he could have done that.
Not that he needs $3.
That's
Look how much money he's got.
I mean, more money can't hurt, right?
No, of course not.
As for Scooty, we're just playing our flushes right now. Nothing spectacular. Probably looking for the blue seal. We see that Scooty does have the blue seal advantage over. Sorry, Bear has the blue seal advantage over Scooty because they kept the certificate for that little bit extra time.
And
Right.
they
Oh,
too.
look at the re-rolls in this blind. 14 re-rolls for Scooty here. It's a little bit surprising because like a lot of the money is actually like had come from hermits and like full hermits in this shop, but I mean,
Yeah, and
it looks like Bear has not found those options yet.
14 rolls and kind of not that much to speak of for it.
No. One justice, and then another hermit, which could have been a justice, it looked like.
And I think that Hangman card came around quite late, didn't it?
Yes. So, I mean, Scooty's going to have a very, very thin deck. This time, surely, we'll make the 4-of-a-kind. The question is, we still only have one red seal glass on both sides. Are we going to play it for either player? 3 lives to 3 lives, it would be very risky to throw out that red seal glass, even if we get the win off of it.
Was it?
He used a hermit here, so now... Oh, but is Scooty going to take the sun on jacks? We are trying to play heart jacks here. We'll opt for the... Oh, actually, I can take both. It was a Mega Arcana pack.
And then
Hallucination.
Hallucination comes back, foil still. Was it Scooty on about week 3 where he managed to go really deep into a game just by drawing quads over and over again in the most unlikely
I believe
scenario?
so. It was a gold stake game where Scooty was kind of desperate. Skipped for... Oh my god, full glass on Bear's side. Skipped for a 4-of-a-kind levels and then drew 2 4-of-a-kinds. I wonder if Bear's gonna take this acrobat. It's solid score.
I think as an Eternal,
Very a
it's
tempo heavy line.
too rough.
I'll choose not to. Let's tune in and see what these players have to say.
Do you like the red deck?
The extra discard is nice, but I mean it's
It's like around 8
it's not there's nothing,
on
like,
the flush
flashy
level for
about it,
Bear, I think.
guess. But it's fine.
Yeah. I'm so used to having like 2 discards from Gold Stake. It really
I
throws
know.
me off.
I know you can dig like so much.
Can dig and
I'm gonna
still
drop
misses
this one
jacks.
golds, because I
Yep,
really
it's
need
possible. Did he use the trading
a
card
hard face
this
card to make glass?
this time? I think so, right? But definitely, I feel like this PvP
Actually, I could
may be Bear favored.
Fool a sun
Just
here.
having Justice and
And then I
Fool
could probably
upstairs.
start playing
We
multiple
can play
flush
multiple
houses for black.
flushes with glass cards in our hanging Chad spot. Whereas
At the moment, that
Scooty does not have that
is-
option.
It's honestly about equal,
And he's going to discard
That's
the glass
crazy.
jack. No, he's not.
but no.
He was thinking
I
about
need
it.
more glass cards.
Thinking about
I'll
it.
just play
I
flushes with
couldn't
glass.
see Scooty playing this glass jack here. They would have to value this life by a lot, which I mean is possible.
Yeah, he does have turn
There
order
we
for now.
go. I don't. You know what?
We
I
also
should be
saw
picky and
Bear
try to
settle
save it
out
for
of the
Jack,
smiley face for
actually.
the hallucination. So actually a little bit weaker on Bear's side. Could prove to
So I'm
be
gonna do what? I'm gonna play this
important. Of course, they do have very good flush levels.
pair, and I need
So
to play
actually gonna
two
play this as
flushes
a
now.
pair. They're kind of a very greedy line here, where they're going for maximum purple seal and justice
We'll
value.
put one there, so I can use this.
And here's the 4 of a kind on
Then we got a
Scooty's
jack.
side. Didn't have to play, but shipped it anyways. Did not risk the red seal glass.
And
100,000.
maybe
This is
power
definitely
'cause
within Bear's
we could
reach.
end up with
Yeah, I think that was 5 of a kind, in fact,
we could
wasn't
end
it?
up with an idol. The way things
Oh,
are
did I say
going.
4? Yeah, it was a flush 5. It was 5 jack
Right.
of spades.
Yes, so he's moved away from those 4 of a
Okay,
kind
great.
levels
Man,
and
I feel
unlocked
like
flush 5
even
as
with,
a
like, 4
planet
discards,
available.
I feel like I'm still not getting what I want. I feel like I'm going down to like the bottom of my deck and I'm still whiffing.
Yeah, I'm kind of having a similar experience. See, I hate playing this glass first because I have the card chart, but then I would need to draw. If I'm playing a flush here,
Goody thinking about playing the
I'll
flush
just play
first
this.
to activate card sharp, but I think 2 glass would just get there. I feel like 1 glass might just get there. We'll see.
that might just win on its own.
And Bear takes
Yep.
the life.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Still
Goody
close.
down to 2 lives with an eternal trading
Alright,
card a
good luck.
little
Good
bit
luck.
bad.
And a business card. Could be some cash raised with Hanging Chad.
Absolutely, but it's hard for Scooty to pick it up. There's not that many slots open for him. Aries here. Okay, get those flush 5 levels up. We like to see that. Standard pack's pretty weak. 6 cents, Eternal. Probably not the pick. Eternal rebates. The shop's a little bit dry for Scooty, especially early on. That's where the trading card payoff was supposed to like kick in. So now that Bear has a good amount of money and is not like worried about his econ,
Yeah,
it might be the time for Bear to like make up the difference.
and those 3
we can see
purple seals
Scooty has
doing a
spent-
lot.
Yeah, we've seen Scooty has spent over $100 more than, or almost $100 more than Bear, but it doesn't matter anymore because, of course, they're both in the same part of the shop now. This new ante. And yeah, Bear picking up the business card is gonna print money. Flush 5 on Bear's side. We don't need to play it, I believe. We could just play the 4 of a kind. No blue seal here, so why? No reason to, like, really force it. As for Bear, I mean, the extra purple is definitely paying off a lot. Lucky Cat. How many lucky cards? 3 lucky cards in the deck? Not that many. It's okay with Chad, but still.
And even none of these tarot cards are really very good at all. There's nothing that kind of helps
Yeah.
us towards our goal of more jacks.
Definitely the strengths and the deaths. The deaths especially have been very, very absent in this seed. Polychrome 7 or a Red Seal Holographic 9. Scooty will take the Red Seal Holographic. And more trading card value.
Bear deciding not to hold on to a judgment for emergencies. Rewarded with the High Priestess.
Holding judgment is like always like so like you want to get it to potentially get some crazy high roll, but is it really gonna hit a high roll, or are you just holding a tarot that you can't even use because you have too many jokers in your joker slots? Here's the judgment for Scooty. I imagine that they probably won't be able to ship it either. It's going to use this gold card to make a flush 5, actually.
Yeah, we started getting 2 levels in that already now, so already probably outpacing the 4 of a kind levels that he'd invested earlier.
Yep. Card Sharp. Unfortunately, Card Sharp does not really work with flush 5.
No, but are we going to see
here.
that card sharp blocked out on Bear's side when he gets to the 5th roll in the shop for a different uncommon that could be something like a... is a Bloodstone uncommon? I think it is.
Yes, it could be Bloodstone. That would be very important for a bear. It could be a Retrigger Joker. Most Retrigger Jokers are uncommon as well. Scooty will pick up the card sharp. But I imagine it might get tossed for the 6 cents here. How many 6s? Only 1 6 in the deck? Never mind. Never mind. We won't need that. Glass Joker. Not that important.
And Scooty deciding to spend here rather than taking the voucher and getting the extra interest.
That loyalty card... Oh, they're already past the big blind. I was going to say that this loyalty card might be pretty big, but they are already past the big blind, so they can't get it set up for the PvP.
And Bellonos looking at it. Takes the Polychrome Diamond 7.
It's going to be hard to get into a face card, but is usable in the... Just with the Chad, right? We have high enough flush levels that it just gives us a bit of extra boost.
Business card goes for Lucky Cat.
Okay. Bear definitely wants to get that extra times mult on the cat to get ahead of Scooty here.
I think it will be...
We're seeing the scores are somewhat comparable, but I don't think either player have put out their best hand yet.
No, both players have a lot of glass in reserve, or at least some glass in reserve. I think it's the very next shop we're going to come out of this big blind into that will have the card that may well be blocked by Card Sharp.
We'll have to take a look. Ooh, Sun on the Polychrome 7. Perfect timing.
Yeah, especially without the smiley face. That 7 can go in the 1 spot and get triggered 3 times by Hanging Chad, and that's just free value for Bear.
Yep. Let's see. Looking for the blue seal or more purple seals. We'll miss. Probably just throw out this flush. Does this win? Just by itself? We put Polychrome last because we wanted to greed the lucky. We need 3,000 more? Oh, we have Sun for Fool. Okay, so I was wondering if we'd have to risk like any glass, but no, it seems not.
And 1 lucky proc.
Alright, 1.25 on the cat. We saw Scooty pass on the cat. Could have picked it up, maybe replacing the smiley face.
And,
or, I mean, even the card chart. But...
So
we saw the uncommon, but I'm not sure where it was, right?
No.
Or no, it blocked in... No, this is the card sharp. It blocked into loyalty card. This is a different loyalty card than Scooty's. Okay, not terribly useful here. Because, again, Bears also past the big blind, cannot set up loyalty. May think about taking it for the future, though.
yeah, it's a tough mini game to play, especially when you want to greed kind of your gold cards and your gold seals and playing the right amount of hands to get into blinds and out of blinds just so, especially if something like a Dusk comes up later, it gets really hard trying to make sure you're on your last card and playing on your retrigger for loyalty card, but not going to be our concern today.
Yeah. And both players actually getting to the same part in the shop, not finding that much of value.
Is Bear going to play this diamond flush just to get Card Sharp online at the cost of this purple seal?
It would be very responsible. I would like to see it.
I guess maybe we can find 1 more diamond before then.
Bear will disagree with me. Punish him. Local Thunk, punish him for his greed, his immense greed. And now the true question is, are either player going to risk the red seal glass? Obviously, Bear can risk a little less because they just have natural glass, more glass elsewhere. But
Scooty is playing off some of his Jack of Spades to more aggressively look for, I presume, better Jacks of Spades.
2 Jack of Spades left in their deck, I believe.
He's being very greedy. I think he's trying to get quad 4s and quad jacks or 5 of a kind jacks. So he's not discarding through as much of his deck as he could be.
No, won't see their whole deck. Will miss the quad 4s. Has 4 of a kind of jacks. Here's the flush for Bear, and I mean it just scored 80k. That was with no glass cards.
And their purple seal giving them a death, which is going to be huge
Yeah.
for them to play at their convenience.
The purple seals have been really helping Scooty out here, and holy moly, 428,000. All right, so Scooty has this flush 5. Will they risk shaking the 4s? They didn't come on time. Will they risk it?
It's so hard.
And will this
to
even
know
be
what-
enough to beat what Bear has?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Flush 5, level 3.
Oh, it was.
800, and it breaks, and he still loses the PvP. No, Scooty, not like this.
Brutal.
Not like this. Oh my god, it may just be over here. We're gonna need some kind of miracle. Both glass have just broken and destroyed jacks for Scooty this time.
And both players now sitting on basically the same economy. So they're
Yes,
not going to
so,
be able to
like,
roll
this trading
deeper and
card is-
find anything strange or unique to get out of this situation they're stuck in.
Strength, I mean, helps make 4 of a kind, but we need glass. This is awful for Scooty here. It is so bad that we lost our glass there. We have this red seal, so Scooty's actually going to strengthen this up. If we can find another strength, and then a justice, then we might be able to do something with that. But
Well, a full card will
oh,
help.
and actually used the High Priestess and removed the strength from their Fool queue.
You hate to see it.
Could have had the Red Seal Jack immediately, but a little too hasty on the High Priestess. Hack? Any hackers? We'll just play the flush 5 here. And it looks like a couple of lucky hits. We can look at Bear's side, 2.25 on the Lucky Cat. Scooty could have had the exact same cats, and would have been able to, the winning line there, right? Because they would have had the 2.25 on cat.
They're going to take an Eternal Hack and just hope that they can maybe get glass
Ooh.
4s or something.
Is that desperation, or is it the right play? We do have 4. Scooty has been building into 4s a bit as well, as like an off rank.
I think it's
But-
as good a option he's going to have to get to being able to win when he's on 1 life with like nothing else to rally behind him.
I think I can agree, especially like we have some lucky 4s, so this could get us lucky procs that Bear doesn't see. We really need $20 here. No, the game is not going to allow it. $19 and like a dream for a miracle for Scooty here.
Emperor.
We have Hermit as well. We're going to take the Hermit here.
Too late for Obelisk.
Oh. Yeah, way too late. And Scooty's going to have a death on the Red Seal Jack here. Or sorry, not Scooty.
yeah.
Bear.
Oh, photograph.
Ooh, photograph deep in the shop. This is a if Bear does not see this photograph, this could be very, very big. Obviously, it makes this hack pickup look really, really bad, but I mean, we have to take it, right?
I'd say it's going to
only
do more than
times
card
roll-
sharp.
Oh my god, Bear has Death Fool for another death. There's 3 Red Seal Glass Jacks here. I mean, even if Bear misses this photograph with the amount of glass they have in their deck. Oh, we did see Bear also picked up the Eternal Hack. Definitely, it makes sense with the Lucky Cat, and they did have this Red Seal 3 on Bear's side. So it's a little bit more value for Bear because of the cat and the Red Seal 3.
Yeah, I think at this point we really need to see Bear bottom deck all of his glass if Scooty's going to hold on.
I mean, that's the hope, right?
But-
because we are playing, at least on Scooty's side, that trading card has made their deck into 35 cards.
Yeah, against
They
Bear's
can't
60.
see everything. But Bear has the +1 discard Joker as well. It's very hard for them to bottom deck. Alright, let's see the money. Any money procs for Bear here?
Yes.
2.5 on the cat, 20 extra dollars. Uh-oh. $56. I think we may get this photograph. It's gonna be hard to... Oh, we do have the reroll voucher, so it is likely. If we find this photograph, it's lights out. Scooty does not have a red seal face card. Because it did break.
3 more
mine.
rolls.
Ooh, it might not happen. Nope. Oh no, they have a
got-
whole nother shot.
he's got
They
a
have a
whole big
whole
blind
nother
to do.
line.
And he's going to play
Alright.
400 lucky cards and get $400.
Bear, we're gonna have to talk about our speed here. What do you mean you're in the small blind shop? And I thought I was slow.
And he can take all the time he wants, because if the first time the timer hits 0, he's not going to lose a life. So I've certainly been in the situation where, like, we're getting late game, my timer's running down, and I just go, you know what? I'm going to let the timer hit 0. As long as I don't do it twice, the first one just doesn't matter. I'm going to luxuriate in my decisions.
Here's the flush. Any more money procs? No. We do have 3 gold cards in this hand, though, so we're gonna get a little money there as well.
And another flush level up to 13. And there
Huge.
is the photograph.
Here's the photograph. This hack looking a little silly, but that's okay. Card sharp. Will Bear does value the 1.5x molt over the card sharp, probably because it's Bear can also now play, I think, flush 5 with how many heart jacks they have.
I think he wants the discard more than the 1.5x.
Yeah, the discard also very important. I mean, we were talking about how one way for Bear to lose is to bottom deck, but it's not going to happen with extra discards.
Alright, I'm going to listen in and see if
Yeah.
Scooty has
what's
anything
going
to...
on.
Well, I've had 2 different builds, and I'm like, I'll wait to commit to one, and then I committed to one, and it had an Eternal Joker, and then I immediately saw something better for the other build.
Oh, that's the worst.
I know.
We know that Bear actually did the exact same.
Well, Bear's got flushes, so we know
Yeah,
that his...
A little bit.
Yeah, he's more flexible on it, I think.
And also, Bear does have the Lucky Cat. I mean, this hack has probably given a bit of extra molts here. I mean, here's the flush, 264,000. And that was just like an opening flush. That wasn't Bear's best hand. This Red Seal 10 looking so sad. If we had the strength on that 10, we could have maybe gone there. Bear, Scooty actually threw away the Steel Ace. So unfortunately not going to get an extra 1.5x molt here. Here's the flush 5 on Scooty's side. This is going to be their best hand. No plus 20 hits on the lucky either.
All right, that's probably the best
It's
I
only
got.
422,000. Look at Bear. They're lining up the multiple Red Seal Glass Jack stop.
Yep,
Yeah,
that
he's
is the best I
already
got,
dead.
of course.
The fantasy fans are eating well tonight.
Only 4 of a kind. We could do the flush house, but it uses a steel. Doesn't get one of the other glass jacks. Do we have any more glass jacks? Any more Jack of Hearts in our deck? We do. We do miss it. We have 5 of a kind as well. But our flush levels are just so good. I imagine that flush is going to be stronger than 4 of a kind. Because one more jack is just ×2, right? But our flush chips are double the
Do
4 of a
you have
kind,
it?
and our flush molt is also double. So we're missing on ×4 there.
I get lost in the
Sorry, I was
sauce when
just doing
people
some
start
math
talking
here.
about how many
Oh, you're
times
good.
twos there are.
I wasn't sure what was
I
the
did
best.
too.
I think it's
honestly.
enough.
And Bear's gonna submit this hand.
Be kind of
This
a
is
lot,
a
I think.
lot. 600 million. Scooty does not have another 4 of a gun to play. This is gonna be game 1
Oh,
for
yeah.
Belanos.
Yeah, that's enough.
The trading card gambit does not
Alright,
pay
yeah,
off,
that's it.
unfortunately.
Oh man. Oh, both of my. Let's see. What did you have? Oh, you had a ton of stuff. Oh, so you kept the certificate around for a long time.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I did.
Man, where did you find the deaths? I had that glass jack for so long, and I just never found a single death to copy it.
It took most of the game. I got a death and a fool from my
Yeah.
purple seals, like the last ante.
It was a
Interesting. And you had
should've
3
listened to the
purple
pre-game
seals.
commentary.
Did you take the credit card at the beginning?
I did, yeah. I got the credit card so that I could take the trading card, and there was some other one.
Yeah, I took it and kept buying stuff and was like at -10,
Yeah.
waiting for something to bail me out.
Yeah, all the tarot cards is basically all how I had all my money. Man, yeah,
I think I hit a
my
lucky eventually.
I had 2 glass and they both broke instantly. And I was like trying not to play them until I had to.
I was afraid of that. I didn't want to play the red seal glass
Yeah.
until I copied it.
Dang.
But,
All right, well,
Okay.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG.
So, I mean, honestly,
wait.
the certificate
Oh, no, I didn't kick me.
felt
Okay.
like it paid off
All
more
right, let's see.
value
I
over the
think
course of the game than the trading card
I'm gonna
for
do
Bear. Just because
gold
getting
stake
getting
as my
2 more
choice.
purple seals and then the blue seal,
Ooh.
this was consistent extra value that Scooty didn't have available.
Okay, for gold stake,
unfortunately.
let's go.
Scooty picking gold stake here.
Hell, yellow
Ooh,
deck.
Scooty's
Yellow
playing
deck.
Gold stake.
Gold stake, yellow deck.
Alrighty.
I don't know if this will be beneficial to Scooty though, because Bear is very experienced at gold stake.
Yeah, I often find that if you go gold stake, it's kind of a higher variance where one small change for a player can then mean that they survive just kind of a small blind or a big blind because of like a justice card or something, and that means that your opponent just kind of starts falling at every hurdle where you just kind of eke out something. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
It's a very interesting skip here. It's double or money. Not pickable on any deck except for yellow, but here it'd be plus $14. See what these players will do. Oh wait, is this? Never mind. Never mind. That's not the double
That's
your
the-
money tag. That's the just
The $5
make
skip
$5
tag.
off a skip. I thought it was the double your money because both players were thinking about it for so long. Flush for Belanos. We'll get out in 1. Yeah, it's the wrong tag. Don't listen to me.
And of course,
Ooh.
yellow deck says start with 10
Oh.
extra dollars, but really it's 12 because you get those 2 extra from the interest as well.
Yes, indeed.
And Scooty,
Family.
again getting out with Broadway, family. But Shoot the Moon is good, like solid malt just for the early game if you need it.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough choice. Because family obviously not very valuable early when we haven't done any deck fixing.
No, and I think Bear's going to quickly come up against the just having 2 discards now, whereas before he had 5, and it's going to make it feel like a whole other game for him.
So he just tried to discard there actually. So I agree, both players. Let's see how they get out of this big blind with basically no scoring, since we're not finding this 4 of a kind. Okay, who are we, Scooty?
One of them is.
It's very tough. Both players looked for an early flush, it looked like. No, Scooty went for the straight. Bear went for the early flush and it took them a while to get out. It's actually very dangerous sometimes going for that flush because, I mean, if you miss it, then you won't have enough hands to find the next one.
Scooty's
So
going to be okay.
Scooty will have this pair. Will this get out? I think
does,
so.
yeah.
Scooty will be okay. But Bear is looking for a 5-card hand, needs
A
a 10 from this draw. Or maybe running spades? 2 10s in the deck. This is really tough for Bear. And I think, I mean, given just like probability, I think Bear is most likely going to be losing a life here. He would need a very lucky draw.
And Scooty rips a judgment and finds Gluttonous Joker.
That's a pretty good one. It will at least get us out of this blind.
Alright, Kings and Eights
Bear
will be
will
fine.
miss. Has
No, he's
2
fine.
pair. Actually, no, this 2 pair gets out.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Very fortunate.
Nobody taking a rental perishable egg.
Probably not the pickup at any time in the course of the game of Balatro. But yeah, there's no scoring, so it's hard for... Goody's gonna roll and roll into basically still no scoring. We can't take an Eternal Sly Joker, right? For just +8 mold. We know that, ooh, a moon on Scooty's side. But yeah, Bear needs to open this pack and take Judgment for the scoring. Or they could just risk the boss blinds with no scoring Joker.
They're gonna do it.
Oh, and they're not gonna buy anything. Oh, wow. Immediate flush. So this is, again, very risky for Bear here. Finds the immediate flush, a 5-card hand to start, and then a second 5-card hand is probably going to be able to get out.
Just needs 2 pair now, I think. Probably look for a club instead, which totally makes sense. Won't find it
I think
though.
a pair has the 2 pair with the Jackson 3s and Jackson 5s, so this should be fine. Okay. Bear spending a little on the reroll, which didn't pay off. Still, again, no scoring Joker. This one, Bear is gonna have a little bit more trouble with a 1,000 score. Could wheel if we hit holographic, it would win us the blind.
Yeah, but that's a 1 in 4 for what, like a 1 in 15 or something. And a royal flush for Scooty, doing it in style.
Okay, very nice. Check if your overlay has reset. It didn't reset for me. I just had to refresh it.
I just refresh it within OBS.
Yeah. All right. Will Scooty take this $25 skip? They do have a rental to-do list. To-do list is on pairs for both players. I think Bear's currently in suffering mode. His 2 rentals. One is a rental perishable supernova. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is suffering. If we can find this 4-of-a-kind sick, maybe we can get out?
Yeah, the overlay is showing the wrong scores and that game 1 and the wrong vouchers, but it's the correct cash, so...
Yeah, I think it should update once we head into PvP, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Fingers crossed, because I don't want to delve into the back end right now.
Yeah, Scooty looking for this flush. Finds a flush. But, I mean, this is a 5-molt flush. We need to score 800. Probably something after this can get there. Ooh, 1 discard. We need 1 club. As for Scooty, has this flush with the clubs. This should be getting out pretty easily.
He's just really deciding if he needs to play this glass or not, if the lucky card doesn't proc.
I think we should be fine. 1200 score with the 15 molt from Gluttonous Joker. I think it should be fine. Yep. Alright. Bear going for the club draw. Does hit it. Alright, it's easy. Thinking about the pair, actually. Pair. We can do it. This is pretty easy math, so we can check if the pair wins. Looks like Bear did the math. It doesn't win.
I don't know how many pairs he's played previously on Supernova, but he's going to sell that.
He's going to
sell the other rental.
the Supernova, actually. And sell the to-do list. I don't mind this play. We can definitely get out of these because we don't need them right now. and they're just gonna eat our money.
Pondering the.
You could keep the to-do list because it could hit like another hand type, which is beneficial. But for now, we're out. I wonder if red card Eternal, yellow deck red card Eternal. Shout out to Espo, and Bear will take the Eternal red card. Oh my gosh, Espo is very happy to see this kind of game.
But like, I'm just never skipping here instead of taking like a magician or something. But I guess he needs.
To,
yeah.
Look at our score.
He needs something, doesn't he? Although, if I was Bear, I'd probably be skipping the big blind for the $25.
Yes, I think that's how I would play it. I would take the magician and skip the big blind for $25. I mean, this is so rough for Bear. This Eternal red card. I mean, potentially you can use it to tempo out your opponent. And we see right now that like Scooty just has a strong flat mold Joker. But if we can get a couple more skips on packs for this red card, it'll be up to 12 molt. And maybe if there's a lucky Joker in the, like a chip Joker in the shop, but then how do we have all the money for that?
A foil
It is a
tribe.
chip Joker technically. It is the Tribe Foil Eternal. We could sell the family for it. How absolutely desperate can we be?
Or we could take Scholar.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Scholar there. Because $4 we could have bought it and bought the smaller pack and not skipped.
Takes the king rather than skipping.
Takes the king, but now can't afford the Scholar. I think the red card is currently... I don't think Bear wants to play red card permanently. It's just to live the blinds.
Alright, the overlay still showing the wrong vouchers now that we're in PvP.
Maybe I'll update once they buy a voucher. Both players not really having the money to purchase vouchers yet. Flush on Bear's side. Are they gonna greed for a 4 of a kind with 5 kings in the deck? There's no shot, right?
But like, if you don't, do you ever think you're winning? If you're
No,
Bear?
absolutely not. Well, no, it's possible because you could think that your opponent is doing like a similar line as you, where they're like suffering as well. We see that Scooty is doing a little bit better than suffering, but it is possible that you could think that you could win.
No straight or anything for Scooty, so he'll probably just wait it out.
This has one more flush actually, right? Another flush of clubs using the glass, so they can just take this win if Bear could put up some hand. Bear unfortunately did not find a second flush, so we'll just not be able to compete here. Quick, Scooty, put in the lucky card.
Yeah, race to it, because like you want to get every bit of value you can, and he's just going to miss out on that chance. There it goes.
I mean, no way that you play the lucky card outright, right?
No.
Because like it just means you can't play your flush. What if your opponent has a real hand? It's so greedy. Yeah, I mean, Scooty losing the life and is also playing Eternal red card. This is really, really bad on Scooty's. I mean, sorry, Bear losing the life
It's so hard. I do it all the time.
I don't know why, but Bear and Scooty, similar names, even though they're not similar at all.
It doesn't help when in the PvPs it shows the opponent's name on the player's side.
Yes, that's one thing. Yeah, this certificate actually paying dividends for Scooty here, similar to how it helped Bear out last game. Oh my god, a death! And we have 8 ball. Shout out to Zeno. Tough choice here for Bear. Takes the jack actually instead of skipping. It was just a naked jack, right? There was nothing special about it.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if I can get the back end to update for the overlay.
Okay. I'll hold down the fort. Ooh, and a temperance off of the 8-ball. It's a little extra money for Scooty. Bear will not go the Eternal Astronomer line, which would have been patently insane, but actually spends the roll and can't buy this 8-ball. It's actually very hard for Bear to play like all of these shops right now. And reroll, I mean, may have been a bit too ambitious because we're at $4. What could we even buy? We are going to skip for this Buffoon pack. Can this save us? No, it's awful. It's one of the worst Buffoon packs I've ever seen. At least it's +3 mult for our red card. It's an Eternal Driver's License. We have 2 enhanced cards. 2 Eternal Rentals. We're going to take the Mystic Summit. Oh, Bear. This is so rough for Bear right now. Gonna play out this one. At least with the Mystic Summit, we have some scoring. Take a potential. We won't die to the line potentially. I mean, look at Scooty. Just popped a Hermit. We're just chilling, relaxing in our lane.
I believe the back end is now updated correctly.
Yes, it looks updated. Perfect. Well, it does say Bear spent $0, which
I think
I mean, like,
I think
he
it'll
hasn't
change
spent
the
that
next
much
time
in
he
the game,
spends
like-
any money. But we know he's not spent a lot.
I mean, look at the deck makeup right now. Scooty has 4 glass. Deaths from 8-ball, from being able to open the packs. Rough and no, surely Bear will be fine. Play the pair. Oh yeah, we got a full house with the Molt King.
Are those seals correct for Scooty as well? Oh yeah, he's got certificate, doesn't he?
Yes, because
Yeah.
he's got certificate. Bear was not able to buy the certificate. The seal diff is coming in. Ooh, and I'm not sure Bear will be able to see this rebate. So the rich get richer, and Scooty is just running away with this game right now. Yeah, will not see the rebates. This is getting worse and worse for Bear. Bear's living on a dream off of a 4 of a kind with a holographic king with 5 kings total in their deck.
And so this is exactly what I hypothesized at the start of the round here, or the start of the match, or game 2, where Scooty took it to gold stake, and that high variance play of taking a pack that his opponent didn't take, finding Gluttonous Joker, has just put him on a trajectory where he's totally comfortable, and his opponent is just struggling at every moment to get through every blind.
I'm gonna tune in to see how much suffering we can hear through Bear's voice.
I kind of needed some free jokers at the moment.
That's fair. That is understandable.
That jumbo pack skip, I mean,
It was horrendous.
that was horrendous. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, I think Bear would have been happy with an Eternal Econ Joker that was like good. He got nothing. Well, unfortunately, Scooty got rid of 8-ball. Makes sense, but
Zeno crying.
it's very reasonable given that you had to either toss certificate or rebate. We could have gotten rid of like one of our flat mold jokers, but especially on gold stake, it's so scary to do so. And Bear's gonna lose another life here. I don't think this full house even. It might get up to like 4K, but we obviously see that Scooty has this 4 of a kind right after.
And it's like, do you just take a 2-pair and get a 2-pair level and sell it for $1, or have a 2-pair level because that's worth kind of 2 malt and 10 chips to you?
No, I think playing the full house is fine. It scores well enough. It beats Scooty's best current.
These rounds have been.
And it does force. We know
There's
that
not much to work with.
Bear doesn't know it, but
No.
it does force Scooty
Yeah, I
to
wish
play
I
these
could
glass.
go back and like
which is
never be
important.
greedy at all.
Yeah,
from the start
that's-
of the game.
The glass act anything like they
All
did
right,
last
see you in the next
game,
one.
which they don't. They
See
would
ya.
have broken. All right, down to 2 lives. Eternal trading card. It's your chance, Bear. Possibly a little bit too late when the blinds are 9,000, I believe. Glass King though. Scooty also finding the glass. A little bit better positioned for it. Oh, we can't be taking the Eternal Trading card. It's just like, how, even if we, like, it may keep us, like, alive for a little bit, but how do we win off of it?
And goodbye, Gluttonous. Hello, Acrobat.
Acrobat, very good. A little bit extra time spell and more red seals on face cards. Honestly, right now, Certificate might be hurting us because, like, it's harder to play 4 of a kind when we get these ranks in. And we don't have enough deck fixing. We don't have any tarot generation because we got rid of 8 Ball. Honestly, if I'm in Bear spot, it's a skip for the tarot pack and hope there's soul for Tribulate in there. It's a wrap. $9,000. I'm sure Bear can. Well, we saw Bear did not beat 9,000 last time. We can use the glass, and I think this flush would get it.
Yeah, Scooty not scoring huge amounts with just a standard flush with 1 glass card, but we know the last hand is going to be where the extra value is with the Acrobat to get him out of this
absolutely.
small blind.
Actually, surprisingly, even though Scooty has the certificate, Bear is up on blue seals. But here's the flush here. 1 Hierophant does get out. Not too comfortable, but will allow us to get out. Scooty's going to use another glass to get out with us straight here.
This is a much better Mega Buffoon pack.
Okay, Acrobat, huge. We need this if we're Scooty, just to survive. We did lose the banana on... Or did we sell the banana for the bean?
We sold the banana for the bean on Scooty's side.
Okay. So now, where's our scoring coming from? Because we need to beat 13-5. If we make a 4 of a kind on the Acrobat hand, it should maybe be okay.
He's got a straight flush right now.
We don't have that much base mult. I think our 4 of a kind level is still 1. We could run into straight flush, but it uses our glass jack and also like it's our rebate card. It's a little hard to throw out. I fear Scooty may lose a life here if they're not careful.
I think if they can find a queen, they'll be alright. A queen or a king now, and they can discard through 5 cards, so...
Would it need the plus 20 mult to hit on the 4 of a kind with the queen? Well, okay, let's find the queen or king first, apparently.
And we don't.
Okay, that's really bad.
So it's going to be a full house queens and 9s, I imagine.
Yes, that would be our best hand. If we hit the plus 20, maybe it gets out. But I mean, it's a lot of chips because they're Hierophant 9s, 1 with a red seal. But if we don't hit this plus 20, it's definitely cooked.
And Bear's kind of facing the exact same problem. Has a bit more plus mult. But if he doesn't get 4 of a kind, and we've only got 1 hand for the Acrobat to be active on.
Yeah, I think Bear will be okay.
So Scooty loses a life, does get a $20 payout from a lucky card, but down to 3 lives.
Okay. There were lives to give if we're Scooty.
Yeah, he had 1 to spare.
Early 2 PvPs. So Bear's gonna throw out this full house. We need to score 10,000. I think this should be enough. We have so much base flat mult. It should be completely fine.
And it looked like he was somewhere else in the lucky card queue because he did not get that $20 payout, but did get a 20 mult payout.
Bear would have loved that money right now. I mean, right now Scooty's got $80. Losing the life may have been beneficial.
Is he
okay,
gonna
we're
roll
gonna vagabond.
through $70 for a vagabond? I guess so.
Can. It's possible. It's doable. It gets our 4 of a kind family online. Sock and Buskin perishable. Unfortunately, it's a little bit weak, but Goody will take it. We do have glass.
Now, how are we going to get under $4 here?
That's a great question. That's a very good question, Gothic. It requires selling of jokers.
We can't do it.
We've made a very, very big mistake. This is really bad on Scooty's side. Was not careful with how much they paid for rolls and didn't do the math. So we rolled down to nothing and still
no
cannot
value.
get Vagabond. That is really bad. And it may be Bear's chance to catch up. Of course, we don't have... we didn't roll at all in that ante, so... kind of like money. Both players at basically $0 now, so...
Yeah, and so Scooty doesn't know it, but coming into the small blind after this, he is going to be in better shape to get value from that Vagabond. And his opponent doesn't have a Vagabond, but also doesn't have any money.
It turns out, I think this is definitely Bear favored. Scooty has no flat mold, other than one Sly Joker for a little +8.
Which is currently on the wrong side of the X-Malt Jokers.
Yep. Surely Scooty will fix that once the X-Malt Jokers get online. They're thinking very methodically, looking for that Molt King. That is their best card.
And it's so interesting. So many games that I've seen from this season do kind of turn out to like Idle and Sock and Buskin and these huge 5-of-a-kind glass retrigger games. But both of these games just kind of very basic, just humble, just find some multiplier, find a little bit of glass, and just kind of make do with what you've got.
Yep, absolutely. Bear almost has 4 of a kind. 3 jacks. There's another 2 jacks in their deck. Scooty will play down for the simple flush with 2 glass, it looks like.
And Bear playing the full house without having taken the last discard for the +15.
Scooty does forget to move the +8 Molt to the left of the times Molt. Does it after the fact? Actually, it lost a lot of score off of that because most of their Molt was from that Joker.
Yeah, this full house with glass and all the base malt and Acrobat is going to be just fine.
Should be completely fine. Can we get out with a 2-pair? No glass? How greedy can we get? Okay,
I think,
10 Molt, 14.
I think you could.
Another 30.
Plus 10 from the
44.
king.
Another... That scored, what, like 20k? I think we could have gotten out.
Right, a mega spectral pack in the shop is always an interesting time, except
But
Bear can't
Bear
afford
can't
it.
afford it.
There's an Ankh.
Are we selling things? No way, right? How could we sell, like, I mean, we could sell Banana and then Justice?
Sell everything, double
It's
Vagabond.
Ankh? Oh, ooh. Actually, this is tough. I mean, if we double Vagabond, then we can get our glass online, but I mean, like, really? Double Vaga? We're tossing away all of our scoring, too.
Yeah, and it's tough right now because now we're 2 lives to 2. It's not nearly as comfortable a position as we were just a few rounds ago.
Yeah.
Takes a family.
Scooty actually... Oh, I so wanted... Scooty used the Talisman first and then Familiared. I so wanted Scooty to Familiar first. To Talisman and then hit the Talisman card with the Familiar, but never punished.
And Bear just kind of thinking, if I'd sold some stuff, what would be in this pack that would be worth me finding it?
Just gonna consider selling the family. We know that it's Ankh and Talisman and Familiar, all of which are okay. But is it worth giving up a ×4 Molter? I know it's not online, but it could be online.
He seems to think so.
Five of a kinds on Scooty's side, and also did pick up that rental, driver's license, which makes a lot of sense because we got Vagabond. We can get it online nearly immediately.
Yeah, just 2 cards away.
Okay, Bear will do the familiar talisman and the right order this time, actually. Or in the right order for Bear, at least. Honestly, maybe we wanted to destroy one of the face cards. That way we'd remove one of the ranks that we didn't want. I'm sure that's what Scooty was thinking. Both players sitting on no money, but obviously Scooty has a Vagabond.
Yeah, one person's very
It's a
happy
little
to
bit
be
better
on
to
no
be
money.
sitting at $0.
And
How can Bear...
are we deathing a queen or a purple seal? Picks the purple seal.
That's a tough choice.
But like a purple
don't mind
seal
the
is
death on the
infinite
purple.
deaths.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can use it, like once you get enough purple seals, we can move out of the Vagabond and remake our money.
And Magician will see the driver's license online.
Ooh, amazing. The Magician pretty good here because we got the sock and it's a way to get our money back up. We can put it on these kings or these queens. And a pure suffering Kino on Bear's side. We're gonna play flaws with double glass just to live. Honestly, the glass don't even do that much since most of our mult is up top.
Yeah, the glass giving us much more.
And Bear will lose a life by
64 points.
64 points. Oh no.
Yeah, that double glass taking 4 to 8, 8 to 16, which is basically the same as our red card.
I should have skipped one more time on red card. I think Bear may be thinking, I'm done with this game. It's a good thing I lost a life there so I didn't have to suffer through any more of this. Playing 2 glass and still losing the life, that's just as bad as when last game Scooty played the red seal glass and lost the PvP still. I mean, Scooty right now kind of just like chilling. This is definitely the epitome of that one meme where it's the guy dancing to payphone and then the other guy's like spamming on the keyboard, sweating their brows off. Scooty's just like enjoying the vagabonding.
And I mean, if you're Bear, it's not the worst thing in the world because you know you're up 1 game. This game's a throw. You didn't pick Gold Stake.
Yeah, we have to counter pick.
Yeah, you get the advantage in game 3, and there's still everything to play for. It's not over now.
Scooty will take the skip, and I don't think it was because of value. I think it was simply because they needed to live. Surprisingly, they didn't skip for red card. I think they've simply forgotten about it. I think Scooty asks, how are they going? Surely having heard the noise of Bear losing a life.
Oh, that's
very
sad.
BM. You know, Scooty just has a strength right here, can activate their 4 of a kind immediately. We'll still go for the queens instead of kings, which makes sense because they have so many more queens in their deck.
Still just getting more of this tarot card value. I probably would have put one of those lucky cards on the red seal, but I guess perhaps
I would have liked that too.
Waiting to get glass on there if you can.
Even if we win or lose this PvP, what's important when we have Vagabond is to make sure our money is okay as well.
And this queen will give him $3. He won't get the Vagabond proc. Oh, he does still get it.
Okay.
But it's the hand
Well, he gets this one,
afterwards.
but he won't get the last one. I wonder what he was looking for in that situation. Finds the sun. Only 4 of a kind, because
All right.
Scooty
well,
did
this is
toss
my
away with
best
just
right
one
now.
queen. So actually ruined their 5 of a kind, but maybe they were looking for 4 of a kind anyways. Level 7 4 of a kind.
Oh, 2 lucky procs and
This is
2
I don't think
900,000.
there's any way I get there.
Yeah, Bear
Oh, man.
Bear didn't get 25k with 2 glass on their full house. GG.
Alrighty.
Started this seed, my decisions really caught up to me.
Yeah. Did you take the queen one? There was like the option for the family and the what is it? Shoot the moon.
No, I did take the family and tried to build into it.
Yeah.
And then I had to sell it at some point just to try to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I assume you took certificate as well.
No,
No?
I didn't
Oh,
get.
no.
I didn't even see certificate.
Oh really? Yeah, I had certificate, so then the 4 of a kind was like really hard to come by, which is why I like lost a couple rounds.
I think I took like a glass card and the family at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I spent so much money on stuff that didn't actually help my scoring at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I just got stuck.
Man, yeah, that one was tough. Yeah, I got lucky just getting the 4 of a kinds toward the end, and then acrobat and driver's license just showed up.
Yeah, that's good. Vagabond would have been nice too.
Yeah, I got that like the
I
very
just had no
end,
money.
but it was helpful. All right,
All right.
1-1. What would you like
Yeah.
to pick?
After that, I think I'm just gonna pick white steak.
All right,
Okay.
let's see. White steak. Let's see. I will do. Let's do erratic deck.
Ooh, okay.
be a
Erratic
fun
deck,
one.
white steak. Not much to say. I mean, erratic deck could have a really crazy deck or could have like nothing interesting. We'll see.
All right, I'm going to reset the overlay again manually.
Very nice. Scooty did not open their deck up. We don't know what's inside. Or maybe they did and I wasn't paying attention. Now they did. Okay, what do we have? Never mind. He closed out of it very quickly. 4 of a kind 10s is what we have on Scooty's side. That'll get us out.
Yeah, Ruffle and I
We have
played.
6 10s, 5 9s, a lot of 4s it looks like, but our face cards are a little bit low, and a lot of clubs. If we can get our 10s up to jacks, we can play face cards. But this deck does look pretty hackable with the 7 4s we have.
Yeah, it's tough because the face cards have so much support, but the baby cards, it's like maybe Fibonacci, maybe hack, and that's just kind of 2 cards that you're looking for among all that. Maybe Odd Todd, maybe even Steven, but like those aren't going to do very much for you in the end game.
Local Thunk, let's remove photograph and replace it with mini photograph, which only works for small cards and not face cards. In fact, let's remove all the face card synergy cards. A flush on Bear's side, but this does not get out, so we will have to play one other hand. As for Scooty, pretty easy pickup, so we picked up the Econ Jokers, we picked up a little flat mults. We'll get out with a couple hands with this Jimbo.
Yeah, trying to get that $6 from delayed gratification. And Bear takes his
Emperor
time.
for strength, actually. Oh, and Bear, because they got out in 1 extra card, cannot buy the Jimbo? Wow, that sucks. Okay, so now Bear has to get out of this blind without using discards and without scoring.
Well, we know there's a lot of
Can they
4s
do
out
it?
there.
Yeah, if we make a 4 of a kind 4s, this should be fine. So it looks like we are okay. Scooty actually aggressively re-rolling here.
And
I wouldn't mind seeing the Sly Joker pick up on Scooty's side. That's just a lot of extra chips. It makes our hands very easy to play.
yeah, on Bean's side. Scooty found a different raised fist.
Yes. Will Bear take this one?
And there is Fibonacci. Doesn't play off the fours,
Ooh.
but the other
Does
low
not
stuff.
work at all with what we have, actually.
There's 5 aces in the deck.
5 aces? Okay, we can work with that. Unfortunately, not easy to re-trigger. If we find a strength, we can maybe get those 4s up to 5s. We saw 1 strength earlier on, but Scooty used it to move 10s into jacks. Burnt raised fist, high card seed incoming. Won't be happening. Might be happening. With 1 king in our deck? Please let this be a high card seed. At least once in Major League Balatro.
Lava Guava and My Little Fries, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it.
Burnt Joker also very bad with our delayed gratification, by the way. Unsurprisingly, when you use your discards, it disables delayed gratification. Scooty will get out with a 5 of a kind unlocked.
Yeah, on jacks no less.
Yeah, that extra strength, that earlier strength, giving him the ability to play it. Looks like Bear will get out easy peasy with some random hands and get that delayed grat money.
Yeah, and I think it's a wise move to sell that raised fist because the deck is so full of like 4s mostly, but like
Yeah,
you're never going to be
and lower
getting that
cards.
much value out of a raised fist with this deck structure.
I wouldn't mind skipping the Burnt Joker. We saw on Scooty's side how it, like, kind of, yeah, Bear knows that it just hurts your delayed grats. And at the moment, it's like one of our only econ jokers, so... Wait, do we really want to, like, get high card levels? The value of the Burnt Joker feels a little rough.
Ooh, a Bloodstone. We have 15
Ooh,
hearts.
never mind. A lot of hearts. We definitely can play it. Lusty actually is a fine pickup as well with it, but we have on trigger scoring, so we can just use like the fib for that kind of score.
Bear, thinking about hand size versus Fibonacci here. Doesn't have quite as much money to play with.
Oh, and Bear's gonna sell the delayed
What?
for the Burnt Joker. They
That
love their Burnt
surprises me.
Jokers.
And we haven't even gotten out of the first shop yet.
Yeah, Bear spent a lot of time. We can get this flush level though. Immediate flush level reward. Bear doesn't know that a Bloodstone is coming, but it's definitely going to be a line that would be very strong. It's going to take the 4 of a kind reward instead.
And then the aces will get out of the small blind.
Yep, of course. But I mean, look at the delayed grat for Scooty here. We got the extra discard, so now it's $8 if we don't discard.
But we have Burnt Joker. We must discard.
No, I mean, the Burnt Joker is to rare block. It's not to get value.
We get a purple seal over on Bear's side. That's going to be at least a little help.
The only problem is now Bear's money is looking really weak. We might not see this Bloodstone. It looks like Scooty has 1 extra reroll at the moment. Does that mean that it's 1 reroll deeper? Then we'll see on this next shop. We'll have to see. I'm not exactly sure what the UI means in this situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the number of the shop or number of rerolls used in the shop.
Is it Bloodstone? No, Bloodstone's underneath it, but we do have Chaos, so we should see it. Unless Bear makes the insane play to drop Chaos for Able.
And he has a credit card as well, so he has some flexibility in that.
That is scary using your rerolls, going in debt just for credit card. Or just with credit card. I wouldn't mind buying this discard voucher though. This is what credit card was made for, so you could buy like good vouchers. But Bear will decline. Just like the card got declined. surely. With both players on a very similar line here, with the Bloodstone, but we'll see if Scooty can get ahead with the value from Delayed Grat.
Yeah, there's 2 Ace of Hearts in Scooty's deck, and so they would be the best hearts for his circumstances with the Bloodstone. Obviously, Bear, without the Scholar, not so invested in the aces specifically.
Has a full house here of Fibonacci cards. It's only 1 Bloodstone hit, though, or 1 possible Bloodstone hit. But it's a lot of mult just outright. What are the chances we find the 4 of a kind? We only have 2 aces left, maybe 1 ace in the deck.
Yeah, there's 1
Especially
Ace of Hearts left.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna tower? We're gonna tower a Fibonacci card! No, Scooty, why? That poor 2.
Right,
Played a 3 of a
10,000
kind.
versus this flush.
It's a
1,
big flush on
2,
Bear's side.
3, 4.
Oh my god, Bloodstone doesn't stop. 22k.
And now, if you're Scooty, are you like, okay, I'm going to use these discards? Or are you just like, okay, I'm going to concede and
Absolutely
get
not.
$8?
If I was in Scooty's position, I wouldn't have ever thought I would use the discards like at all. Because I would think I want the $8. I'd rather lose and get the $8. But I know some people value the early lives quite heavily. So it might not have been the choice for everyone. But in that situation, I mean, $8 from Delayed Grat? Just, who cares about the first life? You made your opponent use up all their Bloodstone luck. That'll pay off dividends in the future.
I'm not sure how Bloodstone is queued.
I don't know if it's not the order. In the order, it matches, but in the PvP. But I think it's just actually a queue that lasts either throughout the ante or throughout the seed. So you could be ahead in the Bloodstone queue, which could be a problem. Ace high on Scooty's side. I mean, $8, please.
Yeah, those $8 will keep adding up.
Look at this Burnt Joker and the level 3 pair that Bear has received. So much value. Kappa. Almost as the flush? I think this high card wins, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Okay, has the flush. Huge Burnt Joker value. I want to apologize publicly to Burnt Joker.
The public recognize your apology. It's going to get this Purple Seal discard.
True. Bear has 2 Purple Seals in the deck, and compared to Scooty's 0. So this obviously is another reason why you would be using your discards instead of holding them for Delayed Grat. And I think a bit more of a payoff than
An Ankh
just
to
force
Bloodstone,
levels.
perhaps?
Ooh. I think so. We have, like, I mean, it's just another times mult on Trigger Joker. Not onking it could be very punishing if nothing else shows up. It is white stake, so it's not the best end-all be-all endgame Joker, but definitely could get us early PvPs as well. We also have this telescope. This could be really useful to just get normal flush levels. I wouldn't mind of seeing the blue Joker pick up there, especially when we're playing flushes. A surprising way of getting some extra score is getting the chips. But Scooty will decline and doesn't even pick up the telescope either.
No, the question is Bear going to have even enough money? I guess with still holding that credit card, he will have enough money if he wants to buy that pack. But then he'd have to sell out of the credit card in debt to double the Bloodstone.
Yeah. This is... I mean, right now, it feels like Bear has been at negative money
All day.
for quite a few rounds this set.
This set, game 1.
Pair level on Burnt Joker, huge. I'll keep saying it.
It's the biggest pair I've ever seen. Alright. 2
Flush level
Fibonacci on the
here.
flush.
Should be completely fine.
Holding the justice.
Just with the lusty as well. It's just a lot of extra value. Alright, $2. We're gonna open the spectral. Guaranteed. We're gonna no, if we're I thought Bear was gonna just buy all. And hope for Wraith, like pray for Wraith.
It's a big gamble, that.
Yes. And one that doesn't often like pay off. In fact, like often and not more often than not, you just die because of it.
So are we going to see the same line here? He will come out of it with about what, $7 or $8 if we sell everything.
Because, I mean, these are pretty pricey jokers we're selling. So it's a foil credit card, Fibonacci, and burnt joker. It's not the worst. Our money is okay. This sigil is just. It feels. First of all, we're only playing hearts, so 1 in 4 chance for it to be okay. He's actually gonna skip both. Wow, values the fib, values the burnt joker more than having a second bloodstone. Let's see if that pays off or if not.
Yeah, because Scooty doesn't have a lot of base malt right now.
Yes, we do need the Jupiter levels right now. Of course, it's a little bit iffy. But I don't mind Scooty's position. Just double Bloodstone. If there's nothing better in the seed, or if there's only retriggers, if we don't find Ancient or Idol, or even like a lot of glass, this could like be very like just a winning play. And Scooty actually picks up a flush house. I would not mind running the flush house in here, even risking the glass. And it's not a red seal glass.
Bear still discarding flushes.
Flush levels. Bear loves their flush levels. Bloodstone, I think under average, and the glass broke. Wow. Okay, never mind. Maybe Bloodstone wasn't the only choice. Maybe in reality, Bloodstone is bait. I do think 30k is unachievable for Bear, though. Got a flush here, but it's of clubs, so there's not going to be any multiplication here.
We need the publisher play stack to come out with a limited edition Precious Stones merch set where you can get your own physical bloodstone and your own physical rough gem.
Yeah, but if you order the bloodstone, there's a 1 in 2 chance that they don't send it to you.
If you buy the rough gem, it comes with a free $1.
Oh, okay, I like that. Now we can see Bear did bottom deck a lot of hearts. Alright, 3 lives to 3 lives. Goody will take that life off the back of a little bit of heart flushing.
And
oh my god, and a dusk! Absolutely punishing Bear for not taking the double bloodstone.
And a
it's not over yet, of course. I mean, if Idol is a Wrathful, I thought it was Lust. If Idol, if Ancient Jokers show up, Bloodstone is not the best Joker in the seed anymore. But right now, Scooty is looking very happy about this. And more retriggers means Bloodstone's more consistent. Just a higher chance for it to not completely brick, right?
Yeah, but then any retrigger is going to be retriggers for Lusty Joker of Fibonacci. So it depends on how big Scooty's base malt is versus the gains on the retriggers for Bear.
Fortunately, in the blinds, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Since the score is so low, we are playing white stake, but Scooty would love to see some, maybe a blue seal, some Jupiter levels. I mean, the telescope would have been an amazing pickup in this situation. I don't know if Scooty had that much money. Well, they have that much money now. Hermits from the hallucination.
Yeah, so they just picked up the Tarot Merchant. So going to be seeing a lot more of those tarot cards in the shop. And that can then lead to more glass, more death, more money.
More suns.
And there's the ancient.
List. Oh, okay. Well, a little less bad for Bear if they can find it, because look at Bear's money right now.
Yeah, he's not rolling down to that.
-$4, Bear, of course, loving sitting in debt. Bear has 10 credit cards and has outstanding balances on all of them.
Remember, kids, pay for credit cards in full on time every month.
Yep. Will help your credit score as well. Very important. I'm not sure how credit score works in the UK.
We have one, but I don't think it's nearly as predatory as America's version.
Probably a lot of things are not nearly as predatory in the UK compared to America, but we won't go into that here. Here's the flush for Bear. Surely No, we've got 48 mult on the Fibonacci. I was gonna say surely Bloodstone doesn't betray us, but even if Bloodstone betrays us, we don't care.
And Bear now with 3 glass cards with Tascuti's 0, so
that's true. That's a pretty big difference, especially with Dusk.
And 2 purple seals.
Like this whole set doing a very good job of keeping up their glass. Will they miss this ancient though? That is the question. One more shop to see it, but they haven't re-rolled at all. Scooty does have 2 re-rolls to their name in this ante.
Out of sync now on diamonds, so not going to really come into much on this PvP, I expect. A Deja Vu.
Are we? Oh, okay. We have Onk on Ancient Joker now. No, but we can't Onk. We have Dust, sorry. It's definitely got to be Deja Vu.
No, be medium.
I wouldn't mind seeing it on a face card instead.
He puts a purple seal on a 2.
Seal. Really? No purple seal, no red seal in the deck. Signs for the purple seal instead.
Interesting, like normally we see players put it on cards that you want to see because then you want to make copies of those, but he goes for just an off 2, and so it's not really a card you want to make more copies of, which is something I used to do as like a brand new player. I was like, oh, I want to discard this, I'll put it on a 2 so I can discard it and it's a free discard. Whereas then later on you learn actually you want to make copies of your strong cards, so put your purple seals on your kind of Jack of Hearts if you've got one, because then you've got 2 Jack of Hearts with purple seals, which is better than just 1 purple seal on a random 2.
Absolutely. Just doubles down on the value that you get from death. I mean, especially potent if you're like you've got a purple seal on glass, right? So because now you can choose whether you want to discard it for that tarot value or play it for that strength value. That's true. That is a good line. Bear could Onk Dusk if they see Ancient at the shop. They will, however, roll into this, and this Onk is not really pickable because we don't know Ancient is coming. I think this might just be a Deja Vu for Bear.
Yeah, they're at -$7 right now, so I don't even think if even with perfect information, if they aren't that Dusk, they might just have enough money to do the rolls, but I don't know if they'd even be able to afford it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If Bear rolled Salt Ancient, could they even buy it once they use the Onk? Because then they would lose credit cards, so you would have to get up to $8 total.
Yeah, so there's no path there without the credit card. They could copy the credit card and have -$40 to work with. That is how 2 credit cards work.
You can refund the Dusk. Huge. I mean, I was surprised because Scooty did take the purple seal over the red seal, but I think, especially Bear has 2 purple seals in the deck.
Yeah.
I would imagine this is a pretty easy red seal on a queen. Is it possible that Bear is thinking about double Dusk?
No, we take the Deja Vu on the Queen of Hearts.
And will miss the Ancient, so now Bear's down Ancient and a second Bloodstone.
And Scooty here just going to discard straight through diamonds, not even give it a second thought. Look for those hearts.
The deck if Scooty had more diamonds, I could see going for them, but at the moment, like, has 5 diamonds left in their deck.
Oh yeah,
it's very unlikely they even make the flush of diamonds.
I totally forgot the erratic nature of what's going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Some wild cards could be very beneficial if Scooty could find them.
No more aces or queens of hearts, so he can't make a flush house here.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate.
Is he going to discard?
He is going to discard. There is one more ace. Oh, it was going for the last ace. It looked like there was one more. I wonder if our UI was a little bit off. But here's the flush. 3 lucky cards. Not a flush house, and the base mold right now is only level 2 flush.
And of course, no Fibonacci on these.
Depending on the Bloodstones, that this could be like... In fact, I think this is bear favored. Did the lucky hit?
No lucky hits. Very few
48k.
Bloodstone procs, if I saw correctly. So not an insurmountable score here.
And bear has this glass in hand. They have 2 glass. This is guaranteed to be a bear win if they use their glass.
And they're going to get $3. Are you playing the Lucky 10 or are you playing the Fibonacci 5?
Fibonacci 5 would be worth more. I think I would actually drop the glass 4 and play the Fibonacci 5. I think it would win with 1 glass. Level 5 flush level for Bear 2. Way better than level 2 flush for Scooty.
Yeah, they really got value from that Burnt Joker.
It's incredible. They still have Burnt Joker too.
1 glass break.
Yeah, way overshoots. Maybe didn't even need either glass. It's hard to gauge because you do have Bloodstone. You have to rely on the Bloodstone procs as well. But yeah, double glass. Way overkill for Bear. Unfortunately, only loses the glass 4, so not the Fibonacci one.
Yeah, but like it really is this thing that Scooty just has a base flush value and nothing else. So his base is so small that even after retriggering at 1.5x 10 times, it's not gaining as much value as kind of these huge amounts gained from Fibonacci into Bloodstone and glass.
Yeah. Of course, Bloodstone not locking in that time for Scooty, it looked like.
Now actually has the Flush House available though, and another Death in hand, so Flush House obviously starts with a much, much higher base on its multiplier, so it's equivalent of having about, what, 4 levels in Flush or something?
It's got maybe
Flush House is
more.
level 3, so...
Oh my gosh, actually Scooty's been doing a lot of work on Flush House. No wonder he was going for it in the PvP. It was just so much better than playing a Flush that he was willing to risk missing the Flush entirely. Okay, so if Scooty can make their Flush House, they're definitely in a good spot. 180k. Of course, I was with no glass. Here's a Deja Vu.
Jack of Hearts, then strength that into a Queen to match the others. Ancient is in sync with Bloodstone, so there might be a world where we skip.
Right? It makes sense, right? Because if we right now our Ancient cannot hit for the PvP, so I could see the skip here. We're on 2 lives. There's more to do, but we actually have very good tarots to skip into the PvP, right? Because we have the death up top. I wouldn't mind the skip, but Scooty will not.
Maybe trying to get that level from Space Joker.
We'll see, but like, if we're playing flushes, or if we're playing flush houses, basically we're only playing 1, right? So 1 in 4 chance.
Yeah.
If we were spamming flushes, it would be a different story, but...
But he gets a high card level, so...
High card level, huge. That'll be very important for our pivot into a high card. We did say it was a high card seed when we started, didn't we?
You did make that joke, yep.
What do you mean joke? I was being serious. I understand not skipping as well. We have the magician up top, so this
Death.
dusk has like a lot of expected value here. Another flush house. Come on, Space Joker, let's do it.
Denied.
Unfortunate.
Get a cash
Very
prop, though.
unfortunate.
From a lucky card.
Ooh. Very nice.
And yeah, 21 million now. Well clearing of the 4 million that Bear
Yeah.
put up last time. So
It really does
oops, all
depend.
sixes.
Oh no!
Goodbye,
Okay.
Space Joker.
Wow.
Or yeah, do you even?
Space Joker has to go. It has to go because it's just the worst Joker on the roster.
But then it
Even
becomes
though
a 2 and
works with
4.
Oops. Yeah.
You get your flush house levels.
like,
it's
can't
free
get rid
real
of
estate.
Ancient because if Ancient ever hits hearts, like, it's just so good. I wonder if Scooty is thinking about selling the Ancient for a Space Joker. Please, no, Scooty. You can't do this.
He can hear you. It's fine.
Okay, now these double Bloodstones are looking really good, and when Bear sees this oops all sixes, he may be kicking himself for not taking that early onk on the Bloodstone.
There's a sun card.
I'm gonna take a Sun card. It'll work. It'll do. More fours makes our flush house a little bit more likely. We can play aces, queens, and fours. I mean, Bear doing well on the flush levels, but now that we're playing another flush house level for Scooty. Now that we're playing flush houses on Scooty's side, and they're more reliable, could be a big problem. Bear won't see the... Oh no, Bear's not gonna see the oops all sixes!
He's
They
still.
have no money!
He's still got his
It's
credit
right
card.
at... It's the reroll after this, I think. Sell all. Sell all, we have to hermit. You don't know it, Bear, but there's a oops all sixes under this reroll.
And Empress on some aces. And he's still going into debt.
Yep. Like, we've seen two hermits. Obviously, Scooty used both of them for a lot of effect and a lot of money. Bear, I mean, look at the money spent right now. It's 246 versus 110.
Yeah, and
Bear's income this entire set has been very, very lacking.
I've been where Bear is, where you're in debt and you just don't ever feel like you can escape.
Oh my
it.
god. Oh my god, he was almost about to roll. I could smell the roll. No. Alright, this is looking really bad for Bear. No oop, down an oops, down a bloodstone, down an ancient.
Still up a life, so he's got some time.
That's true.
Maybe there's like Diet Cola into a skip tag that just really rallies him some money, because right now Scooty is not going to sell anything to take a Diet Cola.
Okay, yep. We can see the lines. And not only is this like dice like amazing with the bloodstone, it's econ, right? We have multiple lucky cards.
Oh yeah.
Scooty did put the lucky card after all the bloodstone proccers, but that's fine. And I wouldn't mind the lovers on this red seal right now. It would help us make our flush house, and it works for ancient no matter what.
So we need to get the Wrathful Joker on the
we
left.
do find the ace, so we do have the... Yeah, the Wrathful could go to the left. It's honestly not that big of a deal. Look at our flush house level, right? The extra 3 molt isn't that big. Especially if we hit a lucky proc. I mean, here's our Dusk hand. I don't know if Bear's even going to get anywhere close to this with their best hands.
I shouldn't expect so. Not when we've got guaranteed double Bloodstone procs every time.
Guaranteed double bloodstone,
And
double red
4
seal.
Yeah, 4 ancient procs. It's just a casual 2.9 billion.
Honestly, it's a little low. I thought it would be higher.
It's just the lack of glass and just the Bloodstones being 1.5s
Yeah.
kind of
And you know what?
makes that growth
Scooty
slower.
didn't get any money from that. I
No?
think they may have gotten $120 proc in the whole scheme of things, but they didn't get as much as like you would expect with Dice Dusk, right? At least another flush level for Bear, but it's a little bit too little when your opponent's playing flush houses.
Yeah, he's going to need a really good line now because he has $4.
And there's a hermit in the shop which he can't use. Oh, it's so bad.
All right, we have to get out of this burnt
What?
joker into business card or something.
Definitely the business card has to come in. Like, we need some econ. The burnt joker, obviously we've got flush levels, we don't need it anymore. Here's the business card for Scooty, because they have Tarot Merchant they saw a little bit later.
Yeah, I guess gave it a moment's thought just because he has the oops all sixes, it would be guaranteed income. But this seed did not see that many face cards, though he is on queens for his flush houses.
Yeah, the only problem is Scooty simply has nowhere to put those.
No, there's nothing you'd sell for that right now.
Yeah, the business card. Like, I mean, Bear has plenty of cards that need to get replaced. It's actually going to start selling so they can use this hermit.
He's just going to hold the hermit until he gets to his
Hold it.
cap out on $20.
Yeah.
At least that's
Makes
his
sense to
hope.
me.
Especially with Dusk at the end of the round. Should be able to get a decent number of procs.
Flush house on Scooty's side. Are we going to get money here? $20 already. A huge income gap.
Where's the lucky cat?
We'll... we couldn't put Lucky Cat anywhere on it. It needs to be negative Lucky Cat. Right now,
What's in this mega buffoon pack? Sock and Buskin.
is it? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. What are we doing now?
Ancient's gone.
I
Is it?
yes. Something has to go, but I don't know what. Because like the sock makes Ancient better, right?
Yeah, but it makes 2 bloodstones twice as better. Does it? I don't know.
That sounds right. Maybe.
Because like with
The only problem right now, which I don't think is that big of a problem, is that our glass is susceptible to breaking. Right now, we don't have any glass. But more importantly, we can just not play the glass until we get to the PB, right?
Yeah, because
we just use it for a knockout.
with the Sock and Buskin, with the Ancient Joker, there's like a 1 in 4 chance that we get a suit that we're happy with. And if we miss hearts, we're not still doing very much with the other 3 suits. We've got a couple of wild cards, but
Yeah.
we really kind of just want to lean into the hearts we have rather than like the diamonds we don't.
I can agree with that. I would like to have seen Scooty playing those lucky cards with the sock. He had 2 lucky jacks that weren't hearts. He could have just played it as a pair. It wouldn't have won because we're not playing through Bloodstone, but I mean with the dice that was a lot of money that we left on the table.
Well, Bear now does have some money, does find the Sock and Buskin, takes the smiley face with that. It's maybe if he gets a little bit more glass. He's got some purple seals that could be out there. There's a hermit. For the first time today, Bear has money.
Surely not the first time
The
today.
first
Maybe
time-
first time this
For the
game.
first time today, for the first time this week, Bear has money.
I think a $20 hit on another $20 hit on Scooty's side. Another $20 hit. $90 on Scooty's side.
20. Oh, and there is a seltzer.
Oh, and I don't think Bear will be seeing the seltzer. But what are we selling for seltzer? No, there's nothing to sell for seltzer. It's simply just worse. You could sell like sock for seltzer because you have aces, but it will just build out of aces. We cannot take this seltzer. It's not better than Bloodstones or Oops.
No, maybe if your opponent was on 1 life and you were kind of going all in on that last round, but there's still too much game left to play.
The thing is, it's the only card it's better than is Sock because it re-triggers non-face cards. Because it's weaker than the Bloodstones and the Oops, I think. So yeah, if our opponent was on 1 life and we weren't built into face cards like we are, then of course we pick it up. But in this case, I don't see the need to. I would like to see a sun here.
You
Yeah.
get your wish. And a death.
I don't think we need seltzer. Death is very good for Bear's side. Getting another lucky card. We basically both players are relying. No, Bear does have business card, and Scooty will wisely skip the seltzer. I mean, we're basically full build on jokers until we find an ectoplasm, right? Seltzer's back. A second seltzer.
Oh, and a
Justice,
brainstorm.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now this is weird. Obviously, no, brainstorm. This time, brainstorm has to come in, and it comes in for.
Oh, and Bear
guess
finds an
Bloodstone?
oops, but it's. Oh no, he still has his bloodstone, and his business card. So he's gonna get value out of
Has
this
to be.
oops.
Yeah.
Sells the business card.
Is really relying on the showman to find a leg up.
Finds another showman. Sells
That's-
showman to
that's
buy
what we learned.
showman.
I think that's
we
the
hate
correct
money.
because there's some like weird mechanic with buying a showman, but I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah. I've
So
not heard of
Scooty
that.
does sell the dust for the brainstorm. I think the better play actually was the bloodstone because then you can choose what to copy. You can either copy the bloodstone or just get more retriggers. But I mean, either way, this is something that Bear does not have.
Yeah.
And would really love. I'm actually not sure. I think it is sell the bloodstone. I mean, like now, see, look, it looks a little bit awkward because our lucky aces don't do anything. They don't retrigger. I still would like to see Scooty playing the aces as hands.
Yeah, like he discarded trip aces earlier and then played a pair of threes. It's like that could have been the other way around, and you got so
Scooty-
much more value.
Scooty has her best hand now. I think they only have 2 red seal jacks in the deck.
Correct.
So we put 1 glass on this, secure the win, set our opponent down to 1 life. Also, another thing, if we had just played the aces, we could have forced turn order. So we would know if we needed to play glass here.
Well, we're not even worrying about the glass, so it seems.
Yeah, we're just shoving the flush house.
And again, that Wrathful Joker should be on the left.
That's true. The Wrathful on the left would be a little bit extra score.
Like, even if it's just like 0.5%, if your opponent suddenly has a big build that's doing similar things to you, especially because when you and your opponent are both on the same seed, it's those little things that will make the difference at some point. Probably not this
Yeah.
point, but it's something that you could be doing differently.
Like in Major League Balatro, we've seen so many games come down to like a fraction of a score. So, like every small detail does matter.
$20.
Okay, big. So, I believe we know Scooty is just going to easily win. The flush house levels are incomparable to what Bear's putting out. Double, triple glass, actually. But we have 2 bloodstones. I mean, I just doubt it, right?
Yeah, just one face
The plus
card
20
here.
on the second prop. Yeah, 53 million versus 22 billion. I don't think Bear lost a single glass card at least.
He's got 2 in the deck right now.
Let's see if it updates to show that if they broke. I think neither broke, which is very important when we risked our red seal glass. But now Bear needs to find something. This showman could show up. I mean, if we get if we get a second bloodstone, we basically evened up with a Scooty essentially, because we'll have 2 retriggers, 2 bloodstones, and 1 dice, whereas Scooty has brainstorm, 1 retrigger, and then 2 bloodstones, which tends to be better than better looking at the retrigger. Can't use hack here. Of course, when if Scooty gets more glass in their deck, then that could be a different story.
Yeah, they're holding this Justice, so they've got some time.
I wouldn't mind using it on this red seal Jack right now.
Yeah, especially if we're going to be discarding purple seals. Like, sure, you might find Death, but it might be Justice in the queue if you're not blocking it. Whereas Tower is
Maybe
good for
worried
nothing.
about maybe wants to use that red seal Jack just in case they don't redraw another, but I mean,
they're
they
holding
did draw
one.
another. It's possible that they might just hold Justice for the PvP.
Maybe.
Like,
Golden Ticket.
ooh,
Only 2
Baron.
gold cards.
Huge high card seed. We have one king in the deck. We started with one king in the deck because it was erratic. Insane high card seed. Oh, we're gonna skip. I don't think we can take the ticket either. Plus, our luckies are money.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 gold cards is not worth the golden ticket right now. And this Tarot Merchant pickup from Scooty's side from about 40 minutes ago is just putting in so much work for him in getting even more economy, if nothing else.
Hermits into temperances over and over. And, I mean, even finding like some of the justices, the Tarot Merchant definitely paying off here. At the moment, since Bear is behind the Tarot Merchant, we're just gonna see less deaths, less ability to fix the deck, where Bear's already behind on deck fixing.
And if we look at the rerolls right now, Scooty rerolled 17 times.
17
Bear 5.
times. Oh man!
Like, we know
It's
that in
gonna
the
be
next,
even more.
like, he's got 2 shops left to see, but in the next 10 rolls, there's nothing that Scooty has seen that is going to be a difference maker for Bear.
Yeah. Well, the showman could show something, right?
It's true.
It could be an
Yes.
uncommon that was blocked.
Absolutely, I had forgotten Showman does his thing.
It has to be a showman Hail Mary on Bear's side.
In cinemas, March 20th, Ryan Gosling tries to run a circus.
It's a flush for Bear. Scooty just quickly clicking the reroll button. There's nothing to find. We're full build. We just need death or Fool for another justice. And yeah, Scooty held the justice for the entire time, aiming to use it on the final PvP, not even wanting to risk not finding their glass face card. They do have a 51 card deck, so it was possible to bottom deck it very easily. So
A hack with Glass 3 in deck.
that's tough. Is it worth giving up the showman?
I mean,
Looks like Bear thinks so.
you've got
It is another retrigger on glass
you've
and
got
another retrigger on any bloodstone hits.
maybe 3 rerolls left, maybe, unless you get a bunch of lucky procs.
I mean, we picked up hack. Surely we're gonna get even more lucky procs. I don't know how many hack cards are in the are lucky in the deck. It's okay. We'll get magician here. Never mind. It's world. It's useless.
Just desperately trying to hold on to this gold 9.
Yeah, needs even more money. It might be less expected value to hold on to it because we're gonna miss out on lucky cards and we have dice. But Bear desperately rolling or desperately searching. We do find the magician off the Emperor, but this may be Bear's last big blind of this set. All right, lucky cards, lock in.
$20.
One $20 hit. It's okay, but we can see from the shop rerolls, Bear was gonna need a lot more than $20. Here's the ticket in the Baron. The Baron.
Another glass. Put it on the 4 or the face card. Yeah.
I think we have since we have sock on the Queen is right too.
My brain
I think
just
our best
defers
hand
to
is
whatever
simply
was the
just
most recent
flush,
purchase
right?
was.
We can buy this Jupiter, but we can't use it because of our full queue. Okay, Bear doesn't care. Not a Care Bear here. Probably gonna re-roll down. Unfortunately, there's just nothing in the shop that can help him.
Disrespectful
does
not to
not
pay
find-
Jimbo.
Alright, let's check out this possibly final game 3.
Possibly doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
Not out of it yet. I mean, there could be I don't know what there could be. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm okay at like finding the Hail Mary lines, because I get put into awful situations like this often. But in this situation, I don't know. Maybe death into death on Red Seal Queen, and then Scooty greeds a bit too much, looking for the flush house and misses it. They don't have flush house yet. They might not hit their flush. 2 jacks in the bottom 4.
They find it.
They find a flush house. That's possible.
And they get some more lucky to boot.
One more lucky proc could work.
Right.
And I mean, like, the flush house levels are just insane. Level 4 flush house. Look at the base mold.
And Bear has forced turn order.
Well, I mean,
He's gonna get the bad
it was
news.
always gonna be this hand for Scooty. Little extra glass. Is this Scooty's first glass card of this game? 2E11.
Fantasy fans are happy. Let me just... I had Bear this week.
Oh.
Dang. It's going to be a bad week for me. That's right, I've got Edzzy on Thursday.
Wait, you're betting against yourself?
No.
Bear does find their best hand. It's 4 glass. Maybe can find something off of this purple seal. Nope, it's just a tower. 2.14 E11 is the score to beat, but it's a little too far out of reach, I think. Does he? 4 glass on the re-triggers. Is this really close to 2.4 E11? No, it is not. It was 7.3 E10. It was close, kind of close.
It was.
At times, like 2.5 would have done it.
Yeah, it was certainly the best he put up all day, and he did good to rally back with what he had, for sure.
GG's.
GG's.
Scooty will take this set 2-1. And this is... Scooty really needed this win, right? Because they were near the bottom, off the below the top 6 cutoff for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's going to be big
So
for
taking
him.
the win here can get them into a much better position to qualify for playoffs.
Wow, the stats on the back end updated immediately, so we can see Scooty now in 6th place on the Bloodstone division with 10 points, 3 matches won, knocking out Halion down to 7th place, although they're both on 10 points, so...
Yeah, and Halion
Halion
and
has a match in
Sizak
hand.
still have games to play
Yeah.
this week, so keep an eye out for them. Neither player of these 2 players wants to like not make playoffs, and I mean Sizak, of course, like very experienced in the Balatro multiplayer. Had a little bit of a rough start because they faced against like Doc, but definitely we can expect him to put out a good showing.
Yeah, with Halion and Sizak playing each other, whoever wins will take that 6th place spot over Scooty, and Scooty will drop back down. So it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster week for him.
Almost 3 times difference. 1 more glass. Yes, 1 more glass would have made it because a glass is times 4. If it was on a hack or sock card. Alright, GG's.
That is going to be our game. Thank you ever so much for casting with me, Edsy. I appreciate it a lot.
Of course, it's always a pleasure, Gothic.
I will.
Good luck on your MLBA game on Thursday.
Yeah, you too. I hope your opponent doesn't give you too much trouble.
We'll see. I know my opponent has hands, so I'm sure it will be a good game.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of leguming for fans to